Welcome back guys, and today we are looking at a new game, Heroclix. Now if you're unsure what the game is, it's basically a superhero miniature game where you can finally answer the question, who would win, the Avengers or Justice League? Avengers. Now I can remember when this game was originally released, Infinity Challenge. I used to pick up the boosters from a local shop. I collected the figures but I never actually played. Now that was 2002. Flash forward 8 years, 2010 is where I officially got into the game. That was the first set I started buying and playing at stores and playing in tournaments. A couple of years ago I was actually the UK sealed winner, which was awesome. There was a lot of players there. I think I did pretty well to get where I did with the team I had as well. So I've been in this game for a while now. I play it quite competitively as well, so there is that aspect to it if you're looking at it. But before we get into any of that, we're going to look at the dials, which is the most important part. As you can see, we've got a top ability. Here, for example, the number is 12. This is their movement, which is how far they can move. The one below that, next to the fist, is their attack value. And what you would do is you would add that number to your dice roll. So you would roll 2 dice and add those numbers to the attack value. Below that, next to the shield, is the defense value. So when someone's attacking you, you will compare their roll and attack value to the defense. To the side of that, next to the starburst symbol, is their damage. So how many clicks of damage you will do. When a figure is damaged, you click them. Eventually it's going to reveal KO clicks, which means that character is out of the game, and you remove them from the board. Finally, just above that, you will have a number and a lightning bolt. The number signifies how much range this character has. Now it's possible they have 0. The lightning bolt signifies how many people it can attack at once. But let's not get too complicated, let's look at team building. So for example, here, this Superman is 200 points. Let's say you're playing a 300 point game. That would give you 100 points left to build your team. The best thing I can suggest is picking up a booster, a 5-figure booster of which is random. You'll open that and have 5 figures you can build a team from. Have your friend do the same, and from there, build your team and just start playing. Obviously you're going to want to read through the rules and powers abilities first. There'll be a link below, so check that out if you want to do that. I would 100% suggest doing it. You're not going to get everything right the first game, but it's a good idea just to read through so you know what you're doing. So, let's say you've done all that and you're ready to play. I'm just going to grab 2 random figures here, throw them on a board, and I'm going to show you how it would work. So, in this scenario, we've got Titano, who is a bad guy, smashing up a cargo ship, and we've got Superman who arrives. I'm not going to go into all the powers and all the rules. I will do separate videos for that. But for now, let's just have a look at this. So let's say Superman goes first. To start a game, you would roll off, and the team with the highest roll would start, or choose to start. Superman has 7 range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect, so he can reach Titano. So you compare his attack value to his defense value, which in this case is a 12 against a 17. So, you have 2 dice to roll that 5. In this example we've rolled an 8, so Superman would hit. He deals 4 damage, it says here. So, we would go to Titano and deal him 4 clicks. So basically you would go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that will change his dial, it will change his abilities, it will change his stats, and depending on who he is, they normally get weaker. Hulk gets stronger because obviously he's getting angrier. That's an exception. And then it would be Titano's turn. So after your character's made an action, that was a ranged action, you would put a token underneath them to signify they've done something. Now a character can only ever have 2 action tokens. So if they've got 2 and it comes to your turn, what you would do is you would rest. And that clears your action tokens. There is probably 10 powers per slot, if not more, so that's at least 40 powers in the game right now. There's a lot of different variations for each character. There's interesting special powers. For example, Superman can't take damage from ranged attacks. I mean, that would be overpowered, but it would be that sort of thing. This continues until one team is fully KO'd and the other team is declared winner. Now this is also a collectible game. Some of the chase figures, which is the highest rarity, can go for quite a bit of money. Normally the figures aren't too expensive compared to something like Magic, where you could be spending hundreds on a deck. Likely a competitive team isn't going to cost you that much. But this is also quite an inventive game, so you're always seeing new teams. There's a lot more space to create and a little less net decking. Now if you're going to want to play this continually, you're going to want to find a game store where you can play. I've played a handful of different games, and the community in this game is by far the best. I've had scenarios in other games where I've felt a little uncomfortable or just generally been a dick. Not even specifically to me, I've just witnessed the situation. I've never had that in Heroclix. The players tend to be a bit older. Around my age is about the norm, probably a bit older if you go to the bigger tournament. I can only recommend this game. If you're into superheroes, comic books, miniature games, tabletop, anything, you're going to love it. You don't have to be into superheroes to enjoy it. There's other sets, there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Halo, Gears of War, horror. There's so many different types of Heroclix. There's something for everyone. Like I say, going into your first game, you're not going to know everything. If you have any questions, just drop them below and I'm more than happy to help. If they're questions just starting out, someone can probably help you out. I'm happy to help myself. There's HC Realms, which is a good source of dials, figures. There's a forum there as well where people, I'm sure, will be more than happy to help. But yeah, there can be quite a learning curve to the game, but don't let that put you off. Grab some of your favourite heroes, throw them on a board, and sling some dice. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and if you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like below, subscribe if you enjoyed it that much, and until next time, see ya!